What's up, all my Ewoks, tribbles, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of She-Hulk Episode 2. But before I get into that, guys, my channel is Hardcore Shadowbanned here on YouTube, so it's been kind of an uphill battle fighting that Shadowban, so every single like, comment, share really helps my channel in the YouTube algorithms. And guys, if you haven't yet, maybe take a minute, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that you actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. And now that that's out of the way, let's get on to the topic. All right, now for episode 2's review. To put it as mildly as possible, it feels like this was an episode that was written to be a sitcom, which is the way that they have been pitching it. You know, the writer and producers, they've all been like, oh, it's going to be a sitcom about a female superhero, but in the everyday life, like doing her laundry and all the minute little things. And it's like, okay. And it's supposed to be a comedy. One thing, though, about comedies is that they're usually funny. There is nothing funny in this episode. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen those channels where it's AIs that like write a script on what they think humans are like and how they interact with one another, and then they get like actors to act them out. Like, that's what this show felt like, except it's not AI writing it, it's real people. And it's very clear that they have no fucking idea how the real world works or how people work in general. And it's just, it doesn't really make much sense. Like, yes, things happen, but in the most unfunny, minute way possible. And it's just like, this is really not how real life would work. And especially when you have a main character that's supposed to be as charismatic and funny and vivacious as Jin is, it just completely falls flat. So I don't even know what to, I would say, like, it's not even an experience. It's just, it just exists. And all it leaves you with is wondering, like, why? Like, that you have millions of dollars, you have Marvel, you have Disney backing you up, and this was the best thing that you could come up with. Holy fucking shit. I mean, it's completely laughable, and it's absolutely a waste of fucking money. Now, let's go through it by the plot. So Jen, in the last episode, she fought Titania and in the court, and she hulked out. This gets her fired from her job because it's too much of a liability, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because they lost the case because she saved the the jury from getting basically killed by the bad guy, and so that gets her fired because she's too much of a liability. First off, Jen is a fucking lawyer. If you sue her, or I mean, if you fire her for that, she is going to fucking sue the living shit out of you. She's a fucking lawyer, and she can do it. She can get every single one of those jurors to come and testify on her defense as, hey, this woman was in the right for fucking saving us. But no, they have to, fire her because it's, oh, the jury were on your side because you saved them, so that way that means we get to fire you. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if anything, that would bring so much publicity that you have a fucking superhero working for you. And there's a plot point that comes in later in the episode where she's just like, they only hired me because I'm a superhero. It's like, don't you think that not the superhero part, but don't you think who you are and how you're connected to, I don't know, the fucking Hulk, an Avenger that saved the world multiple fucking times? Don't you think the fact that he's your cousin probably got you your first job in the first place? You don't think everyone in the world doesn't know that you're the Hulk's fucking cousin? And you don't think that helps you out? But no, because in this universe, all of a sudden everyone's fucking stupid and nobody thinks about those things. Jen, she has to rub in everyone's face. I went to law school. I have a law degree. I have, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because I went to law school. And I'm like, honey, didn't you graduate law school like in your late 20s and now you're in your 30s? Like, wouldn't you have paid a decent amount of that off by now? Like, don't you think you're working for like what the DA? Like, don't you think you would have paid some of those student loans off by now? I don't know. Like that's just my thought process. You know, you had a working professional job and whatnot. I mean, she had plenty of money to buy all that memorabilia of the propaganda crap that was in her office. I mean, you would think that, you know, maybe you would save some money by paying off your student loans, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter here, right? And again, you're in a universe where you were the Hulk's cousin and you're like, oh, they only hired me because I'm a superhero. It's like, didn't that occur to you? Like you were the cousin of a superhero. Maybe that's why people were hiring you as well. You know, but no, people aren't smart in this universe. So she gets fired from her job. So she has to go to interviews for other jobs. And they're like, no, we're not going to hire you because you're a superhero. No, you're too much of a liability. You're too much of a liability. I'm like, what fucking planet in the world are we fucking living on in this universe? Right now, in our real life, Kim fucking Kardashian is getting a law degree. She can work at any fucking law firm in the fucking planet. Well, I wouldn't say the planet because it depends on where you pass the bar at. So I'm assuming she's going to try to do it in California. Okay, just her following count on social media alone is going to make every single law firm in the state of California, where I'm assuming she's going to take the bar, is going to want to hire her just for her fucking clout alone. So you're telling me all of these law firms don't want to hire fucking She-Hulk because it would bring them all of this business and oh my God, business, oh my God, money. People in this fucking universe do not know how the real fucking world works. And it's blowing my mind that all of these people that are being told, like, we're supposed to sit here and believe that all of these people are intelligent when they're all acting like fucking imbeciles. It's blowing my mind how stupid they think we are. So she doesn't get the job. She doesn't get any jobs. And then she's got to go home and see her family. And it is the strangest interactions I have ever seen. And I was on EFAP and, you know, Mahler was pointing this out. No, I wasn't on EFAP. I was on Critical Drinkers channel. I think it was brought up on EFAP as well. We did a stream on Critical Drinkers channel. I'll link that below once he re-uploads it. It was me, Critical Drinker, Mahler, Chrissy, Melanie Mack, and Nina Infinity. And we were all talking about She-Hulk. And one of the things that Mahler was pointing out was that the way that her family scene is, it seems like it was a much longer scene and they cut it down so sentences don't even make sense. Like people are just saying random sentences and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Mahler put it much more eloquently than I ever can. Maybe it's a British thing, but it was just one of the most uncomfortable, bizarre scenarios that I've ever fucking seen. Like, and none of them is like, oh, you got fired. None of them are like, Jin, what the fuck happened? Like, you turned into She-Hulk or you're turning into a freaking Hulk. Like, her dad tries in one scene, but it's so like, it's not, hey, are you okay? Is this going to have any negative effects on you? What's going to happen to you? Like, are you like Bruce, where you have to deal with all of these, you know, psychological things? Can you control it? Has it affect you? Is it making you sick? Like, are you rejecting it? Are you going to die? Like, what are the ramifications of this kind of thing? Her family don't fucking care. Her mom's giving her shit about her weight and like, oh, don't eat too much sugar. Her cousin's like, oh, I got a job at Best Buy. I got a promotion. Like, no, it's the most bizarre thing. Every single fucking person in her family should be like, Jin, what the fuck is going on? Like, I mean, one of the things that she brings up because her friend was like, oh, maybe you can join the Avengers. Like, do the Avengers give you a pension? Do you get maternity leave? It's like, wouldn't one of the first things you'd be asking as a fucking woman, because they have to shove down your throat every now and every fucking every fucking scene about women, it's like, wouldn't you think that one of the first things you would ask yourself as a woman, if she's bringing up maternity leave, if you're interested in maternity leave, that means you're interested in having a fucking baby. Wouldn't you be concerned on if you can actually still have children? You got infected with Hulk DNA. How is that going to affect you if you are pregnant? Can you even get pregnant? So you're worried about maternity leave, but you haven't even asked yourself the basic fundamental things. You haven't even gone to a fucking doctor, aside from your cousin, who I'm pretty sure he didn't give her that kind of examination. So it's like, wouldn't you be concerned if you're so concerned about maternity leave and all of these aspects of being an Avenger? wouldn't you be concerned about that aspect because they really want to push the female narrative? That would be one of the first fucking things I'd be asking. I'm like, can I have kids? What's going to happen? What happens if you're pregnant and you have to stay in your human form? What happens if you have an accident? Maybe you're sleeping and you have a crazy dream, and in the middle of having that crazy dream, in your sleep, you Hulk out. What if that kills your baby? Like, seriously, those are things that you would need to think about as a fucking woman, especially since you are the only woman on the planet with this power. So wouldn't you fucking think about that? But no, that doesn't matter. Again, none of these people in this show are intelligent, but she brings up these points. And then the guy that she was, the law firm that she was fighting with in the last episode comes and offers her a job. She doesn't ask about what the pay is, she was so up in arms about what the benefits would be as an Avenger. Do they get a pension? Do they get maternity leave? Do they get this? Do they get this? Do they get this? The second a guy offers her a job, she's like, oh my gosh, I just want to hire my own paralegal. Just let me do that. And it's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck who you hire as your paralegal. It's like, you don't ask what the pay is. You don't ask any of the aspects of the fucking job. He could be hiring you to be the fucking mascot, which is kind of what he's, in a way, is what he's doing. They just want a freaking superhero to be the face of their company for their new superhero division. And it's like, you don't do any research to see if this is a shady motherfucker or not, even though you were fighting him in court and he was his law firm was defending a fucking criminal. So it's like, so you immediately take the job with the shady kind of guy that comes up to you in a bar. For whatever reason, he knows what bar you're in. Wouldn't that be alarming in and of itself? This wasn't like this was a packed bar and he happened to run into you. You were like one of the only people sitting at this fucking bar, and this dude comes up to you and offers you a job. Wouldn't you think that that's a little fucking stalkerish? I don't know. I mean, it's not like she's at like the company bar, which, I mean, I don't think that lawyers have company bars. Also, this woman is extremely intelligent. She's also fucking She-Hulk. She is famous on the news. She is Bruce Banner's cousin. You could just start your own fucking law firm, and that way you don't have to worry about working for anyone else. You get to set your own hours. If you have to She-Hulk out to save the fucking world, and you don't have to get worried about getting fired, it's like, why wouldn't you just do that? Why wouldn't you just do that? But no, you take a job with the creepy guy. And not only that, again, you're so worried about the benefits of being the Avenger, or what would be compensated for, or what wouldn't be compensated for. But then when you take the job, you don't ask a single fucking question. You just immediately do it. So she shows up to work and he's like, oh, well, I'm hiring you because you're She-Hulk. So you need to be She-Hulk in the office. Instead of being like, oh, I didn't dress for that. Like, I have to go and like change. I have to have a different wardrobe. Do you mind if I mean, to be fair though, he doesn't know if she controls it or not. Like, she's never told him that. She's never, done an interview to the press about that. They don't know that she's in complete control of it. So all she has to say to him is like, oh, it doesn't work that way. Like, I have to be mad to be She-Hulk, or I have to, like, somebody has to be in danger. That's all she has to say. Because if you show up to work and the guy hired you when you weren't even She-Hulk, and he never told her that she had to be She-Hulk when she shows up to work, and then all of a sudden you show up and he's like, I'm expecting you to be She-Hulk. Also, why is he waiting in the lobby for her is one thing. Why didn't they just have like an assistant or a secretary there and say, go up to this floor? And why is the dude that owns the company giving her the tour of said company? That didn't make very much sense either. But so he's like, oh yeah, you have to become She-Hulk. And she's like, oh, right now? Instead of being an intelligent woman, she just immediately turns into She-Hulk, and she's walking around barefoot holding her shoes. And then later in the episode, she's wearing those same shoes. So it's like, what the fuck are they doing? Because when she goes a little bit later to like the prison to go see Abomination, she has her shoes on. So it's like, why were you walking around in your office without your shoes on if they fit you anyway? So it doesn't make any sense. And no, she didn't go home to change because she's wearing the same fucking outfit. She went straight from the office to the fucking prison, which, they keep Abomination that close to where she works. I would be kind of worried about that. I wouldn't want to be that close to all that shit. But so she's going up in the office, and this is a scene that I covered where she's just like, oh my God, they hired me just because I'm She-Hulk. Rah! And of course, it's like a bunch of men, like a bunch of white men laughing. There's like one Asian dude that his entire wall is full of comics. And they tell her that she's going to be the head of the superhero division. And she's got this awesome office. Her bestie is there. That's her paralegal. And they're like, oh my gosh. And then he's like, hey, let's talk about your case. You need to go and represent Abomination. And she's like, homeboy, that dude kind of like tried to kill my cousin. No. And he's like, well, if you don't do this, then you don't have a job here. And then she's like, she feels like she's backed into a corner. And I was like, homegirl, stop being a dumb motherfucker. You literally took this job without asking any fucking questions about the job. So now you want to play the victim because you were trapped in this whole like scenario thing and you feel like he backed you into the corner when you were the dumb motherfucker that didn't ask about the job in the fucking first place. Like, how fucking stupid can these people be that are writing this fucking show? And I've watched interview after interview and they are the most vapid, just... Like, I don't understand how people this fucking stupid got into positions where they're writing for Marvel. Well, actually, I do. It's because they're women. Because they're women and they use their womanness to get jobs and whatnot. And that's it. Because they're the token minorities. Yes, because women, even though we're, 51% of the fucking planet... over half the people on the fucking planet Earth are women, but somehow women are a minority. And so they use that to get jobs. Oh, because only women can write female characters, even though the best person that has ever written She-Hulk, a female character, was a fucking man. So honestly, this show, and I'm going to say this as a woman, this show would be a million times better if they let a man write it than these women that are writing it, because this is fucking terrible. And the only redeeming part of this episode was the scene where she goes and sees Abomination, because freaking Roth is a fantastic actor. And he's basically like, yeah, if you look at it from a certain point of view, Star Wars, if you guys are Star Wars fans like me, that's Star Wars girl. You guys know. You remember the episode, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith with Darth Sidious, and he's talking to Anakin, and he's like, from a certain point of view, the Sith, the Sith are evil. Or from, my point of view, the Jedi is evil, all that fun stuff. Okay. So then Abomination's given a sad story about, it was just my job. I was this, war hero. I thought I was going to be Captain America. I was just doing my job, and I thought I was killing the bad guy. And your cousin was the bad guy from my point of view. And now, he's praised. He's a superhero, and I'm in prison. Don't you see? And I'm just like, Jin is a lawyer. Jin should be smart enough to know when she's being fucking manipulated. And it's like, she's just sitting there like, oh, wow. Like, all bug eyes. I'm like, not only is she going to be a terrible lawyer if she's this fucking naive, but it's like you're really letting this villain manipulate the shit out of you, and you're standing there all doe-eyed like, oh my God, I never thought about it this way. It's like, did you never think that he's probably fucking manipulating you? You would expect a lawyer that is not only a lawyer, her focus is criminal law. She has to deal with criminals on a daily basis. She knows the tactics that criminals use. They are usually pathological liars, and they're usually very fucking manipulative. And you would think someone where their profession is going up against criminals and putting criminals behind bars, that she would, I don't know, look at this and be like, you are a fucking pathological liar and you are trying to manipulate me. And then you start and read poetry. It's like, girl, how fucking stupid can you be? And then guess what? At the end of the episode, she's calling Hulk. She's like, I'm gonna do it. And he's like, oh, it's fine. He wrote me a poem. So it's like, Hulk's a fucking idiot now too. And then she calls her out. She's like, oh yeah, I'm totally ready. And he's like, homegirl, turn on the news. She turns on the news. Abomination escaped, and now he's in some kind of fighting criminal undermine fighting ring. And she's like, oh shit, that sucks. And it's like, no fucking shit. Maybe if you used a ounce of your fucking brain power, you would have picked up on that. If it blows my mind how stupid everyone in this show is, and how fucking stupid the writers are, and how fucking insulting it is to us, the audience, the fans of these characters. Heck, everyday people that are watching this that are like, you guys wrote this expecting us to sit here and to accept this as reality. No, because we're not fucking stupid. It's so insulting that they think that we are that fucking stupid that we're gonna sit here and just accept this shit that they're giving us. It's so absolutely infuriating, and it's like headache inducing, because I'm like, this is what you get. I could show this to Forrest fucking Gump and he would tell you how ridiculous this all is and how dumb this all is. Like, that is how, you know, nail on the fucking head it is. I'm sorry. It's really frustrating. I hate this. I fucking hate this so much. But anyways, everyone, that's pretty much everything that happens in this episode. If you can't tell, I'm pretty fucking irritated by it, because they're insulting me as an audience member and as a fan of this character, and they're literally destroying this character and this universe episode by episode, second by second. It's so fucking bad. But anyways, everyone, I've rambled on long enough. Guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay. Thank you so much for watching this far through. Let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comment section. If you guys liked this video, maybe take a minute and, you know, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that way you guys actually get notifications when I post other videos and live streams. And guys, remember, every single like, share, comment really, really helps out my channel, fighting the YouTube algorithm and this stupid shadow ban I'm in. Anyways, everyone, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone, and thank you so much again for watching my channel and my content. And if you would like to support me further, because I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, as much as I want Mio to get behind me and sponsor me, because I love Mio, I actually created something. I created a cosplay calendar of some of your favorite video game characters, and this is the second cosplay calendar I've done. Everyone really liked the first one, and so, you know, I really am grateful for everyone that's come out and support this one as well. It means the world to me. We already broke the total from last year's entire campaign in the first 30 days of this campaign. So thank you once again, everyone, so much for your support. And if you guys are new here and you guys don't know me, well, then this is a really good way to, you know, get to know me and back my calendar and support my channel. There's a lot of really popular characters that were, you know, requested for the first calendar, like Samus. So I started off with her. And unlike Hollywood, as I try to give you guys what you want, I try to give fans and nerds and, you know, all of us that have been told F you by Hollywood to give, you know, you guys what you want and what, you know, I want, which is staying true to characters and trying to, you know, do the best version of them that I possibly can. So as you guys can see here, this is my Jill Valentine. I got Jade from Mortal Kombat. I got the one and only Lara Croft, my girl Lara. Then I have Miranda from Mass Effect. Now I'm still adding images of these characters. There are going to be 12 different ones. And if you guys are interested in, you know, supporting an independent content creator like myself, this is the way to do it. I, you know, do the photos, I, you know, do the cosplay, I ship everything out myself. So this is a 100% my own project. So if you guys, again, want to support me and my channel and keep everything rolling, please consider backing my cosplay calendar. I would really appreciate it. The links are down in the description below. So please check that out if you guys haven't already. And if this isn't something for you, then maybe take a second and, you know, share it to somebody who this might be, you know, something they'd be interested in. Once again, everyone, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.